How do you know when to buy stock? So the way you know when to buy stock is you need a strategy. There's many different strategies. I'll give you a few on. Not going to give you all the strategies because once I tell, what if I give away my strategy? When some of these are my strategy, but if I give away my bread and butter and a million people watch this, now my strategy don't work no more because so many people is on it. See, that's how you got to know how to adapt in the market. You got to know how to go from one strategy to another. You got to know how to trade large cap, small cap, option. You got to know how to move around because sometimes, even if you know how to do one thing, it's okay because your strategy will end up getting back hot at some point. But what if it go dead for 6 months? What if it go dead for a year? What if it go dead for a couple years? And then what you gonna do? You gonna just not eat, not make no money for that year? You could, if that's what you just want. You so comfortable and used to your own strategy, that one strategy, that'll be fine. But me, I gotta know how to adapt. I gotta know how to use multiple different strategies. And also today, VIP went crazy, 300% returns. Dude made thousands of dollars a day. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. Like I said at the beginning of these videos, I'm gonna say what the topic is about, then I get into answering questions and talking and whatnot. But anyways, one strategy would be a dip buy. Dip buy is a strategy. That's like at opening bell, that's like at lunchtime, at power hour, whenever a stock panics and dip, the market makers be triggering stop losses and you could get in on that dip near support and ride it back up. That'd be a strategy. Another strategy would be a breakout. A breakout is whenever it dips and then it go test resistance, it dips, it go hit resistance, it dips, it go hit resistance, and on that third time, and there's no exact science, it could be the fourth time, could be the second time, could be the sixth time, but once it go up and it break through that resistance, what was hard to break through that level at, for instance, I would say if it's been tugging at that $5 mark and finally it break through $5 and they go to 505, 510, that's a breakout. You also can have false breakouts, meaning a breakout just to real buyers in and then immediately tank on you. So you got to know multiple intricacies that lines up to give you a good breakout or a good deal buy. My thing is, whenever you do these different strategies, you need to be using a notepad and writing down your entry and exits and what made you buy that stock. I bought at this price, I sold at this price, what made me buy? Was it a deal buy? Was it a breakout? Was it this? Was it that? And then identify by looking back at that sheet, that log, and seeing, well, every time I buy breakouts, I see I be losing money. I lost here, lost here, lost here, lost here. I made money one time, 2 times out of 10 tries with breakouts. But as I look here, I see dip buys. I made money, made money, made money, made money, made money, lost money here, made money, lost money here. It looked like I made money 7, 8 times out of 10 with dip buys. So I believe dip buys is going to be my bread and butter. That's what I'm going to stick to. And that's how you come up with these things. Another strategy, I'm going to give you one more. Can't give you all my strategies, but one more strategy would be earnings winner. A lot of people like to play earnings and bet 50-50. That means you don't know which way it go. A company can report amazing earnings and the stock tank. The company can report that they about to go out of business next week and they lost everything, and that company spike, go to up to 300%. That's how the market is not rational. Anything could happen with earnings. It could be 50-50. So you basically guessing at its finest. So anyways, the best way to play earnings is after the earnings, seeing how, and the earnings winner at that. But if they do bad, you can buy puts or whatnot. But it's basically seeing the aftermath and then playing it after the fact. Earnings winner plays usually, though, one of the best. Whenever they report good, blase whoop whoop, and the stock up a little bit, they usually could, continue to do a little good. But that's not 100% exact science. With none of these strategies, you still got to have rules in place, discipline in place. Because just because, oh, I thought it was great, I thought, no, you're not going to win 100% of the time. You're just going to win majority whenever you got a plan, whenever you got a strategy, whenever you got something to go off of. Honestly, I lost 4K in VLCN. Hostile. It was a terrible call from your point of view. Well, that's on you, Alex. You got to cut losses quick. If you got $4,000 to lose, that means you got money to invest in your mentorship, into guidance, into maybe VIP, to be able to be somebody to hold your little hand like a baby. Because you actually acting like a baby right now. You don't be losing no 4K to my point of view. I didn't tell you to buy that. told you it was a good stock to look at, and I'm buying if everything lines up. And then if it lines up and I end up buying, I'm gonna simply get out way before a $4,000 loss. I never experienced that again a day in my life. I done been there before, done that. I'm pretty sure you watching the videos that I post, because you don't have a star by your name, so you watching the videos that I post on my main channel. That stuff is to be taken with a grain of salt. The market, I play the market in real time. I'm not, once I post a video, that's basically stocks from the prior day that could potentially do well on the next day. 9 times out of 10, more than likely, they're gonna be dead to me. I'm gonna be on to the newest stocks where the newest money is flowing in and out of. That stock was old because you're not in VIP, so obviously you got something old. Like that's like crumbs, the back of the barrel. Whenever I post on the YouTube channel, I'm not someone that's investing in these stocks that I call out in long term. I have long term holds, but even a baby know what to invest in long term. Things that's been, look over the past 10 years, business that's been around that's still here. Apple, Tesla, Walmart, companies like that as such. We know what to invest in long term. So I'm not a channel here telling you, oh, invest in this and come back to the channel in 10 years and let me know if you made something or not. No, I'm hands-on, very precise, right here, right now today. It's gonna happen in seconds, it's gonna happen in minutes, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you waiting till, you know what I'm saying, you want to get the crumbs, the back of the barrel, that's you. I feel like people that just watch the main channel and take those plays, they need to be far, far, far advanced. They just, okay, this stocks he talking about, got them on my watch list, and you know how to play them like a professional. If you're not a professional and you just taking the crumbs and thinking you're gonna do something with it, that's on you, buddy. You get what I'm saying? And then for you not to have the point of view that you got right now and to lose $4,000, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna lose way more money than that, bro. I can see you losing, if you lost 4,000 in that trade, I can see you losing 5 to 6 figures easily. Cause that means you probably up. You got a good job or a good business, and you probably making 6 figures a year if you lost that type of money. So I can see you losing 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? That's not impossible to happen. It's gonna happen very quick, especially if you're losing 4,000 in one trade. So I would mentorship up quick, buddy. That same 4,000 that you spent and lost that money on that stock, you probably could have spent $500 or $200 on a call that'll reshape and give you a whole different mindset on how to attack the market. And whenever you don't have accountability for yourself and you come at somebody like they forced you and put a gun in your head and told you to buy something, that person, as myself, probably wouldn't even want to talk to you. What's up with it, fam? What up with it, Brody? Hope all is well. Finally got into VIP this morning. Ate with you this morning. Keep blessing lives. There we go, Alex. You get what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm more hands-on. Anything y'all see me post on my main channel, take it with a grain of salt. Like, okay, I can watch these stocks, and if I see something brewing, I can get in and get out real quick. Because that's what Hayes looking at. 9 times out of 10, if I talk about it on the main channel, going into the next day, I'm looking, the fresh new stocks is going to come first. The ones I talked about yesterday, that's on the back burner. That's on the back burner if something really interesting happened. And I'm like, okay, let me get that from yesterday. 9 times out of 10, some junk that happened, I'm on to the new. I'm on to the new every single time. And if I make a video early in the morning when I get up and the stocks I'm looking at on a new day, it don't fall right into my schedule. Cause I'm still in the bed when I'm trading, crust in my eyes. So I ain't got time to be doing all that. So at the end of the day, if I see something that could possibly roll over into the next day, I'll talk about it. But 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, those stocks probably end up being trash. But if you a professional or good at it, like I'm expecting people is that just viewing and taking that advice, then you should know, you should be able to judge it going into that next day. Like, oh, this is going to be trash, or this is possibly going to be a good play. What up, bro? You look like that screamer guy. I don't look like nobody, bro, with B-Hayes, bro. What up with it, though, bro? VLCN at $5 to put in a huge ticker, no pump, and price 170 straight loss from start without any pump. Yeah, bro, I understand that. And you know, if you got in at 5 and you just sat there all the way to $1.70, you ain't got it all. You ain't got the proper foundation, bro. You ain't got the right structure. You sitting there losing $4,000 like that and don't know what you're doing, it's crazy to me. I never understand. I mean, I did it at the beginning too, but I was very, very knowledgeable, but just didn't follow my rules. But by you not having any accountability, I don't think you knowledgeable and don't follow rules. So you was in a bad spot right now. Before you lose 40,000 or 50,000 or even 100,000 or $250,000, I would seek help before you put yourself out there again, because you don't have no type of structure. Losing $4,000 in a single trade and you're not profitable. It don't make no sense. I'm not saying like it don't happen. It happens to the best of us. But by me going through that fire and now able to speak to you clearly, it don't make sense. But I ain't gonna say you like like super slow or nothing like that, because it happened to the best of us. But I'm just telling you right now, as a person that done seen it all, bull markets, bear markets, bull market, bear market, losses, huge wins. And Alex, not every call is going to be perfect. If there was a way to be right 100% of the time, then every trader and broker in the world would be doing it. Got to minimize risk and get out for the small losses. Exactly, bro. He just buy penny. He just buy these penny stocks are trash companies. If you go into with the mindset of that, you should be scared every time you buy one. So if it don't do what we expect it to do almost immediately, and it starts to go against, go ahead and get out. Because even if it end up turning around and doing what you expected to do, it's like, oh well, at least I got out. I'd rather be out of a stock wishing that I was in it rather than in a stock wishing that I was out. Run that back, run that back, run that back. It make the most sense in the world. I'd rather be out of a stock wishing that I was in it, meaning I'm in it, I sold for a quick loss, and then it shot back up on me. I'm wishing, dang, I wish I was in it. I'd rather be that than in a stock and it tank on me and I'm down $4,000 and wishing I was out. Wishing it'll go back up, hoping and praying. Man, I wish this stock go back up so I can get out, break even, or at least half of my money back. Wishing. Run that back now. Cause that right there should change. You should open your eyes up right there in that perspective. I'd rather be wishing to be in it than wishing I was out of it. I hope that helped you, Alex. And find a better way to come at approach Hayes about your losses and stuff when you're looking at the main channel. Cause I will talk shit. That's just me as a person. I talk my shit. I pray, you know what I'm saying? I ask God to help me calm down a little bit. You get what I'm saying? But you can't, you know what I'm saying? You just can't change overnight. It's a work in progress. So I am going to get better. But if you come at me sideways, I'm coming at you sideways and probably 10 times harder. Like that just Hayes for right now. But I am going to get better. You feel me? I'm working on it. Profanity, cussing all the time, all that. I'm working on it, working on it. You know what I'm saying? I come from the trenches. You feel me? I ain't had nothing. Come from roaches and rats running around that crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Working process, man. Is there any plays coming up? It could be found, but after a great day like today, 300% in an hour, I won't even looking. And that's part of the, you know what I'm saying, what a lot of people got to get used to. Some people would make, a lot of money in a day and they looking to make even more. Once I hit my target, even if I would have made 300%, I could have made 40% and I'd have felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? I would have been, oh, I hit my target, I did well, I'm not really looking. I can look though and just, I'm not going to call out nothing, but I can just tell you something to have you on radar if you're looking for something. If something come across my screen. But yeah, though, like I was saying, none of us is perfect though, and Hayes do got a temper problem that I need to work on, that I am working on. I ain't ashamed to say it. You feel me? Yes, I know, but come on, you don't put on huge tickers and straight go down 50% without any pump at all. That's what I'm saying, bro. Alex, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't control the market and say, hey, market, I just called the stock, now pump it down 50% on these guys. That ain't up to me. It's up to you as a trader, as an investor, to manage your portfolio, to manage your risk, to manage your funds. When it ain't going right, you get out. It's simple, bro. You just making it hard. You just hoping and praying. Even when something going against you. You got to get comfortable with being wrong. Or if you listen to people for advice, be comfortable with them being wrong and exiting out of the play. I was in choke, it dropped fast, NV, CNA. I could not do anything. And bro, it don't never drop that fast to where you can't get out before being down $4,000. I don't care what you say. It ain't dropped that fast. When you put out the ticker and YouTube channel, it dropped in 10 minutes, over 30%. In 10 minutes, over 30%. So that means the first minute or two, when it won't going right, you should have been out. As soon as you were down 10%. So it mean it dropped 10% every 3 minutes. So the first 3 minutes, when you were down 10%, you should have been out. There's no excuse, bro, to get out of something. And why you going so heavy? If you lost $4,000, that means you put up nearly probably $10,000 or 10 for sure. And if it can go to zero, yeah, you definitely probably put up, you lost $8,000 to $10,000. Like, what is you trying to do? Get rich off one play? Like, this is not for you, bro. I think you should take a break. Take a break. You know what I'm saying? Work. You know, get back to work. Really come back with a plan. Study. Seek advice. Seek mentorship if you don't want to study and put in the work. But you should really take a break if that's your mindset coming into this. You ain't profitable. You ain't up in the market, and you coming trying to invest $10,000 to make $20,000 in a day without having a proper structure or foundation and knowing much about the market. That don't make sense, bro. That's like me starting to play basketball. I just started. I know the basics now. I know what dribbling is. I know what the goal is. I know the basics. And I'm already next week. Put me in the NBA. I'm ready. I'm ready for the big leagues. Because playing with $10,000 on a single trade, that's NBA. You want to go, you in the NBA, brother. And now ask yourself, is you really ready to play in the NBA with LeBron James and Steph, Kevin Durant and them boys? And you ain't ready for that. So it's the same thing. I don't know why people look at trading in this like it ain't respected like that. This is like becoming a professional doctor, a professional, a lawyer, top of the line, a professional NBA player, MLB, major leagues. It's the big leagues. Ain't nothing little about it at all. Ain't nothing to be taken for, you know what I'm saying? Some people comment that sometimes on TikTok. Hey, bro, just give me a play. I got 10,000 to lose. Bro, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole by just thinking, oh, you want to be a one-hit wonder. Because if you do make the money, make 30,000 off the 10,000, that's going to set you up for a financial disaster more than you can even realize. The only way it won't, which I know people ain't going to do, is if you put a lot of money in the stock and you looking for one big lick and you get lucky and make $30,000 and you take that money and invest in the business and you never trade the market again. But if you ain't got the proper foundation or proper structure with a little bit of money, you're not going to have a large amount. People be so quick to try and put $5,000 and $10,000 in a trade to make this type of money. But when you make that type of money, now you got more money to play with. In your next trade, you're going to put $10,000, $20,000 in it, trying to make $100,000. And then when you lose that, you're going to be devastated. Because my thing is, it goes back to the saying of people that say, man, I see the posts and stuff. They be like, would you take $2,000 a week for life? Or would you take 200,000 cash right now? People say, I take the 200,000 cash right now because I'm gonna flip that in a year to $1 million. You is not about to. I done had $200,000 cash, You is not about to flip that into a year into $1 million. Not if you can't even flip the money that you got now. How do you think you can flip 200,000 into $1 million when you can't even flip $200 to 1,000? That give you all the information you need to know right there. If you can't do it with a small amount, you damn sure can't do it with a large amount. The same process that it take to turn $200 to $1,000 is the same process it's going to take to turn 200K to $1 million, except it's going to be harder to turn 200K to $1 million than it is 200 to 1,000. Being for the fact that it takes more skills, it takes more knowledge, and it takes more experience. So if you can't do it and start over and start yourself with a small amount and try to flip the money, don't even think about putting a large sum of money in it. And some people think they can be successful outside of this. You may be a doctor, you may be a lawyer, you may be in college playing ball and probably about to go to the NBA or the NFL. But that just because you did good in that field, you come into a whole nother field now. That's just like if I'm good in this world, but if I want to start a trucking company, I just can't take $1 million and say, hey, just because I got the money, like I know I'm gonna be successful in this because I got the money and I would did good up there. It's a whole nother field. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up. You already at the top in whatever you're doing. Outside of this, you probably successful. But now you in this field, you got to start from the bottom. Just because you got the funds to come over here with a lot, that don't mean come over here and try and flip 100,000 to $1 million. You got to start from scratch, from zero, just like you did in whatever field that you're doing to give you the funds to have that type of leverage. You started from the bottom, wherever you successful at. You got to come over here and do the same thing. Start from the bottom. Yeah, I know, but come on, you don't. Oh, I already read that. VLCN was a win in real time if you got in when it was called. Oh, and I forgot about that. Appreciate it, bro. I forget about these stocks. I don't fall in love with these stocks. I'm in and out, just like we did. VLCN definitely was a win for us. So you making me look bad to the new viewers. As a matter of fact, we made 100% off that play. Thank you for that. Not motto. We made 100% on that play. When we bought, it went from $5 to $10 in 15 minutes, and I sold at the top. I bought at 5, it got halted, and it came back down. Bought at 5, it went to 10.03, and I got out exactly at $10.03. And then I didn't just blindly alert it again after that. Most people, after 5 to 10, it come back down to 7. They would alert it. You would have lost more than that. That thing came all the way back down under 5 to $3-4, and I alerted. Which usually when it does that, that's a huge dip buy. It should have had some type of spike, not back up to 10, nowhere near. It didn't have to go there, coming down to 3 or 4. It could have went back to 6. You get what I'm saying? That still would have been from 3 to 6, dang near 100%, 50, 60, 70%, because it was 350-ish, whatever it was at. But anyways, you get what I'm saying? But even if that don't work out, that's why I said you need to exit around $3.30. And I said that somewhere. So if you would have listened to that and did that instead of trying to be grown and be like, man, because you think it was juicy just like I did. Like, oh, man, this does look good. It went to this, it's down to this. I'm going to just stay, which is your fault. I said $3.30 would fall under that, get out. If you got in at 350, 360, you ain't losing up but 30 cents. But the upside potential was always the $6, $5, 100%. You get what I'm saying? But we killed it. We made from 5 to 10. Like I say, VIP. We own it. I'm on it in real time. I ain't with it with all that. What's going on? By the time I post stuff and all that, so much can happen. If I make a video right now and say, hey, buy this stock, especially if it's in the moment, it's early in the morning, market just open, and I say, buy this stock. By the time I record it, it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. By the time I upload it, another 5 to 10 minutes. That's 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, we done got in and out of that stock probably twice, and then made 200% by the time it get loaded. That makes sense. That's what I mean. Like, that stuff, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You gotta take that with a grain of salt. You gotta look at it once you get the plays and make a decision. I have many wins also. Well, you shouldn't be tripping then. You shouldn't be tripping then, fam. You just sound like your mind is all over the place. You got many wins. You shouldn't be tripping. You should know what come with it then. You just gave some of your profits back. That's all. I had it in the first pump. I bought at 6 and sold at 9. Well, you should have been satisfied. You shouldn't have got back in it. And if you did get back in it, you should have bought a way smaller position to protect your profits that you got the first time. Like I said, knowledge, education. Seek it, brother. Seek it. I would never do nothing like that. If I already made money off a stock, I really don't want to go back in. But if it give me a crazy buying opportunity, if I do go back in and I made $2,000 off the stock, I'm only going to go back in with $500. So say if I lose a portion of that $500, I never lose all of it. So if I lose 100 out of the 5, I'm still up 1,900. I could lose half of the 5. I'm still up 1,750. Make it make sense. Don't make it difficult. Don't make it difficult, brother. You already won. Don't give them an opportunity to take it back. What up with it, Chris? Say Hayes, I'm in Cali. What's up? Early as hell for the post. What coast you on, brother? I know you hit pre-market. I'm on the east, brother. East Coast. We're in different time zone. But much love, bro. Is there any reasoning behind why the calls go up so fast when you call them out? Is it a breakout or something similar? No. I'm just in real time. Price action is everything for me. So I'm just so spot on with it. I'm very spot on with it. So whenever I call it out, it's in the meat of the mood. It's going to happen in seconds and minutes. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a slow day, that I'm giving that stock room, because I already know, I got it weighed ahead of time before the move. You know what I'm saying? It might could take a couple hours. It might have to roll over into the next day. But I'm about to cut back on rolling over into the next day and all that. The only way I roll the stock over into the next day is when I do it, it be precise though. It be around support and holding up. It got to hold at the level that I bought it at. I can't be down. I can't be down my ideal loss. If I'm down 10%, 15%, and it's time to go to the next day, I want to get out of that. But if I bought it and it's stagnant right where I bought it at, I'm only down 1%, I'm up 1%, 2%, up 2%, somewhere up around, you know what I'm saying? That's showing a strong hold, strong, consolidation period, holding around support. That's good. And then they got a huge gap to fill going into the next day where it could run pre-market or after market. That's a nice setup to hold. But 9 times out of 10, I want to be able to just make the money in the first seconds, minutes, half an hour, and be done. If I do roll it over, it's because it's a lot of money to be made. So I can risk overnight it gapping down 10, 15%, being over my, ideal loss by a little bit. Because if it do what I need to do, the risk reward ratio is going to make sense. I'm willing to lose 20% for a crazy spike in a pre-market, maybe 100% or more. You get what I'm saying? So that makes sense. So you got to just make it make sense for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is different. You got to really zoom out, experiment, work, and you're going to have a whole system on what works the best for you, because everybody is different. Facts though. Hold on, you got to look at the bigger picture. He trying to make $1 million in a year. and I never see it doing it with his strategy. Nah, you good, I understand. You cooked. I just don't have VIP, so I didn't know. So it's my fault. Speaking of how do I get in so I can eat with you, I'm trying to change my life. A VIP, bro, it's just it should be a tab right here on this live. You just click it. It's the third tier. The third tier give you all access to every single play that I call out, entry and exit, and also the price targets, meaning you know what to expect the stock to go before it happens, and also a stop loss, where you should go ahead and put your stop loss in, so you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta worry about following the rule of cutting a loss, because it's gonna cut it for you. You feel me? And that stop loss, you can, you know, put it a couple cents beneath it, because whenever I come up with my stop losses, the market makers can see exactly what the stop loss should be for traders. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure market makers, they've been doing it for decades. They got all the experience in the world. They know exactly what, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to make money. You feel me? They trying to take your money. So, you know, just be smart. Use that to the best of your ability. So I always alert in the chat whenever I sold, hey, I just sold such and such. But if I'm giving you the whole 9, the targets, the stop loss, I'm not like last. I just now told that I would like make sure y'all got out. I set the stop loss. But if I'm setting stop losses, like I shouldn't have to post and say how I just sold, because it's automatic. The computer should have sold for everybody. And if you didn't do that, if you don't do a stop loss, you know what I'm saying, you better be own up to your, you know, stand up for yourself and make sure you follow the rules correctly, and you know, sell it whenever it go down to that price target. Made some money on that SOPA play you called out. Great job, fam. I got 3 kids, newborn included. You definitely want to start creating wealth for your family then, fam. That's love. Middle up 716 today from 702 options. Dang, that's good, Mr. Keith. They have to move fast. The market don't wait on nobody. Facts though, fam. Facts. Read my comment above if you can, but I love your transparency and being blunt. AK, I'm looking for your comment. Okay, I just read it, right? Yeah. I just read your comment. Much love, fam. Palantir let me down yesterday. How, fam? That jump went crazy. You must have bought puts. I didn't play it, but I wish I would have bought some calls and played it. I think Uber got earnings coming up or something like that, and I got to look at the list. I think Uber and Amazon towards the end of this week or something. I got to look at the list. I know Lyft's coming up next week. People trying to get rich in a day. For real, though. It's a marathon. Exactly. That's what I told them in the video. People be trying to make a lot of money in one trade, not knowing you can break your money up, make $70, $80, $50. You do that 4 times throughout the day. That's $200-$300 a day. $1,500 a week. $6,000 a month. $70,000 a year. Factor in the little losses and mistakes here and there. $60K. Then you build after a solid year. Now you got some money to play with. You over PDT, which you can be over that anyway with a cash account, but I'm talking about over PDT where instead of making 4 trades a day, you can be in and out like a sniper making 8 trades a day. If the opportunity is there, don't overtrade. Do not overtrade. But if if you got the money in there and if you aiming very small and precise, it's possible. I know some traders that's making millions of dollars that make 15 trades a day. It's very micro. In and out, 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 in and out. 15 trades a day, and you making $200 a trade with a big account. That's $3,000 a day, 15,000 a week, 30,000, 60,000 a month, 700,000 a year, just off $200 times 15. Break that shit down. You feel me? It's just like the hours I say. In order to get good at something, you got to put 10,000 hours into it. Basketball, being a doctor, lawyer, it's 10,000 hours worth of your time. How fast do you want to speed up that? You get what I'm saying? It's 8,760 hours in a year. So even if you learn something from the time you can't sleep, from no sleep all year, you still won't be considered great at what you're doing. And if it requires that 10,000 hour mark, you only have 8,760 hours in. And you can't do that. That's impossible. You need sleep to function right. So if you do 12 hours, it's going to take you 2 years and 4 months, which you can't do. You got to work, you got kids, you got this. If you do 6 hours, it's going to take you 4 years and 6 months, which is hard to do, 6 hours every single day for 4 years. If you do 3 hours a day, it's going to take you 8 years and 6 months. 3 hours is still kind of tough for somebody to focus every single day for 8 years. If you do, but I mean, that's if you really want something, that's about the best mark. You know what I'm saying? You need 8 years, 3 hours a day. It'll take you 8 years to learn it. And if you only got an hour and a half, it'll take you 16 years and 3 months to become great at whatever you're learning. Or to speed that learning curve up, you talk to somebody that already put 10,000 hours in, and they'll have you, instead of taking 10,000 hours to learn it, they could probably teach you in 2,000 hours, 20% of that time. So depending on how much time you spend with them, instead of you break that 8 years down to a year and 10 months, a good year. So that's how that go. Palantir for the long haul, sharing it went up. I didn't know what to do. Half a share and it went up. I didn't know what to do. Yeah, you supposed to sold, fam. Well, it's still up. Trading is dangerous in the USA market. Volatility is insane high. Yeah, it's dangerous everywhere, fam. Okay to put large amount in the stock, will go up. Okay to put a large amount in a stock, will go up eventually. What you mean, Nicole? I don't get what you asking. Truth, facts, SS. If you're trading large amounts, I consider trying to approach, but I am by no means telling you to. It's your decision. Perfect. I don't know what she asking, fam. Facts. Bro, that was ridiculous. What was ridiculous, fam? SS. Do the option stocks. You call out, go up fast when you alert them because of a breakout or break of major resistance. Or is it high volume as well? Option calls, regular stocks, buying shares, it go up so fast because I'm very precise with timing. So somebody had said, I forgot, but she had mentioned till rate the other week. She was like, "Oh, it's time to buy now, I think, Hayes." And I was like, I don't know how I know, but it ain't time yet. It ain't time yet. And something I looked at till rate last night was at $1. I said, now it's time to buy. I just know it just comes like some things, a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff go into this, what you need to know, the intricacies, the basics of the market, all that good stuff. But a lot of it and most of it, to where you getting in and out of these plays very precise like that, is going to come from screen time. It's going to be from showing up, from watching these stocks, from being around. You know what I'm saying? For 8 years, imagine watching something or doing something for 8 years every single day from market open to market close. Now I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the market at 7 o'clock. I'm looking at 9:30 to 10. I'm looking. And I close my screen. I'm going to eat. At 3 o'clock, I come back and look. Before, being a fiend, just willing to learn, showing up 8 years straight every single day from the time it opened, from the time it closed. It's no way possible that I shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Blessed. You know what I'm saying? The way I am, because I put in the time, I put in the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put in the work, fam. So a lot of that come from whenever I call something out is because I just know the timing. Just like with VLCN, what they were talking about. How I know to sell at exactly $10.03. Like I sold exactly at the peak. And that happened a lot. Like even with the marijuana stock today, I sold exactly at the peak. On that exactly at the peak. As soon as I sold, it dropped. I mean, at first when I sold, because I chip off. I dollar cost average in and I average out. So as I'm averaging out, my last average out to sell the remainder was at the peak. The VLCN got in at 5 and sold at $10.03 at the exact peak. Like that don't just happen. Like that comes from a lot of experience just watching. You know what I'm saying? I still make mistakes. I ain't perfect. I still, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, more times than not, it just be making sense. It make a lot of sense. And I feel like that just, as soon as I call out something, I know it's time for it to make that move. That's why now I'm getting to the fact to where if it don't do what I expect it to do, I just simply get out. You know, regardless if I get out and it end up doing it, it's cool. It's just your account is intact. As long as you can keep that, when your losses happen, you keep that account barely moving, standing right there, barely moving. And then whenever the wins come through, it's inevitable. You can be the sorriest trader in the world, but if every time you lose, it's barely moving. As soon as you win, and then you lose, barely moving, win, barely moving, win. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the best way to really explain it. Hey, what do you think Terry would do? Rebecca, I had called it out in VIP. I still feel like, yeah, it's time. The time is now. We back in action. You get what I'm saying? We back in action. Those that back in action. And I believe you was the one that, I forgot who that was, that said something about it. But I seen it last night. I said, yeah, the time is now. And if you could buy options in the pre-market, man, I would have made it'd have been up like 600-700% today. Don't put up what you can't stand to lose. Exactly, fam. Most people, when you buy a stock, you nervous. You nervous. You shaking in your boots. Like, man, I need this to go up. I need this to go up. Anytime you thinking like that or feel like that, you got too much money invested. You feel me? Like I said, the stock market and all this stuff, divine oneness. It's the laws of the universe. Don't never put too much into anything. That goes to stocks, that go to relationships, that go to friendships. Because if you got a friend and you always the one that's giving, always the one that's showing up, always the one that's going the extra mile. And then when that friend don't do the same for you, when it's time for you to have a baby shower, a wedding and all that, and they ain't showing up, now your feelings hurt. You too emotionally involved with that. You done put too much into it. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you should put your all into is whoever you believe in. I believe in God. So reading my Bible, putting my all into that's the only thing I give 100% to. When it comes to friendship, not saying that I'm a great friend, but I'm not going to do, more than I have to. You get what I'm saying? A relationship, I'm a great soon-to-be husband or boyfriend, but I'm not going to do more than I have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be doing all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to still focus on me, do what I do, and you get a part of me, but you're not getting 100%. Because if I give you 100% of me, that means I abandon everything else in my life. I'm not reading my Bible as much. I'm not focused on my career as much. I'm not having as much drive. I'm not going to gym. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you, no. Ain't nobody getting 100% of me. But God. You get what I'm saying? And if you don't give the stocks, relationships, friendships, none of that shit 100% of you, you will never be too emotionally attached. And so nothing can break your heart. And God, whoever you believe in, will never break your heart. It'll never happen. A lot of real life scenarios, a lot of stuff in life is divine oneness, laws of the universe. It goes hand in hand with all this stuff. That's why all these markets is intertwined. If you learn how to read charts and read the market and do all this stuff, that translates to every single market. Like if I knew the basic concepts, the pips and all that of Forex, I can be a killer at Forex because I already got the sauce. If I want to trade crypto, which I do sometimes if something happened, you know what I'm saying, something major, I can peep over there and trade cryptocurrency. I can trade Forex. I can trade, I can trade any type of market because it all is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just different terminology, different turns, different the looks of it. You know what I'm saying? You learn the basics of that. After learning one thing, everything is connected. What you got for me today, Hayes? Give me a good start. Hey, I don't know, fam. You can look at ACB. You know what I'm saying? The cannabis sector is about the best sector to look at right now. I done got in and out VIP, like 300% returns. So I probably don't touch it today unless, a huge opportunity for them. If a huge that's either a huge dip or a screen breakout. And I don't really like breakouts. So I probably wouldn't even touch it in because I'm gonna think as soon as I get in it's gonna tank on me. But just saying, that's something to look for. A lot of these people that do money are being greedy. Facts, man. If you don't got VIP, get it. Left my ass off. You'll make that bet immediately, plus more. Hey, that's facts though, AK. That's love, fam. Get in, get out. Facts, man. That's it. Ain't small, miss small. Get in, get out. Cut losses quickly. It's simple. It's really simple. But simple stuff in life be hard. Just like common sense. Most people don't have common sense. So, you feel me? What's common ain't so common. But once you get it, can't nobody take it away from you. You got it forever. You got the sauce forever. VLCN is at 180. Is it a good buy? Nah, it's probably dead, fam. It could be a good buy if you want to buy it, but me personally, I wouldn't buy it. I like to focus on where the money is flowing, where everybody is at, what's going on right now today. You feel me? I ain't really focused on something that I can buy in. Oh, it could spike off in 2 or 3 days. It could spike off next week. I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? It got to be in motion right now today. The money got to be in and out right now today. You know what I'm saying? That make the most sense for me. Everybody else got different strategies though. Some people do that. They buy stocks 2-3 days early before the pop. And they there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may never pop. Sometimes it may will. Sometimes they wait 2 or 3 days. Sometimes they wait a week. Sometimes they wait a month. Sometimes they wait a year. I ain't got time for the waiting game. I need it now. I need it now. And it's not being in a rush. That's just my strategy. I'm impatient within this. You know what I'm saying? I'm patient in life when it comes to building progress, getting where you got to go. But when it comes to my craft, I'm impatient. I can't sit around and wait. I ain't got time knowing if this gonna shoot down 30% on me in a blink of an eye and all that. I got to know as soon as possible. Am I gonna lose? I'm gonna lose a little bit, or I'm gonna make a nice chunk. I need to know right now. And that's what works for me. Everybody different though. Everybody's different. I made a good bag on AMD put this morning. Dang, you did good, fam. That's great. Yes, this game is a marathon. Consistency is the name of the game. Facts, fam. Yeah, it's the third option, fam. Keyshawn Edwards. Third option. What do you think? With the Tilray news, still goodbye. Right now, you think? Yes, Rebecca. Welcome. Welcome, Queen. Yeah, I think it's still a goodbye, Rebecca. Sorry, I'm juggling a lot, trying to get ready for class. LOL. Yeah, make sure you handle that, fam. Handle your business. Don't complain when we down, because you don't complain when you're up. Hey, for real though, fam. That's facts. You feel me? Bro, you seem like a smart guy. Shave all these ear and get to work, man. What? I don't get what you saying, fam. Shave all these ears. Hey, welcome to the group, fam. But much love to you though, Frederick. I don't get what you saying in the last part though. Raymond, a legend. Much love to you, fam. No, Luke, I sold. You ain't get the alert. Please tell me you got the alert when you seen that you seen that I sold. You got to start by your name. You in VIP. Please tell me you seen that. A little look. A little Luke. I just saw VIP sold, but kept a little. Where are you from, bro? I'm from the Carolinas. Where you from, fam? This is real advice I learned the hard way a while back, but B has taught me a lot in the last few years. That's great, Rebecca. I love that. I'm gonna keep that VIP. Bye. I gotta head out to clear now. Thanks for replying and chatting with me. Hey, it's blessed rest of your day. You have a blessed rest of your day too, Keyshawn. Much love, bro. What's up, B? What's the topic for the day? The topic for the day was strategies. At the name of this video. You know what I'm saying? I done talked about it now though. I'm about to end this live in a second or two, so you can just watch the beginning of it. I just talked about strategy of the market. Now I'm just answering questions and kicking it with the chat real quick. I did. Saw you still keep a few. Oh yeah. Yeah, not a few. I ended up selling that too now though. I kept one contract of ACB. When I sold that, I did keep some Tilray. Let me see. Yeah, I kept like, it was very minimal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something crazy would have to happen for me to make some money for real. Kept like 5 contracts of Tilray, which is dirt cheap. And ACB, I ended up selling it. So I sold though. By me keeping it, that don't, you know what I'm saying? That don't, I sold. By me keeping it, just being transparent, just being transparent by letting you know that I killed a few shares or whatnot. But that's very, very minimal. Like, if it crashed and go down to zero, like, I would not be affected at all, cause I done did what I had to do. I done locked in the big money. You get what I'm saying? That's just if, you know what I'm saying, go parabolic and I look back like, dang, I ain't got to say that because I still got a little bit that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, that could turn into a few $100s. You know what I'm saying? Which I'll be still, I'll be satisfied with. So that's all that means. So be very, cautious of Hayes keeping a little bit. Whenever I say that, everything's gone for real. That's just me being transparent. Because I don't have to say that I killed. I just, being transparent so some other people that may want to do the same thing. But I don't want to, if it's going to confuse you, I'm going to just say I sold and don't tell you that I kept any. I don't want to confuse you at all. So what's a good starting stock and how much is a good starting? Good starting amount, fam. I don't know. It depends on you. How much money you got. If you got $1,000 to your name, you don't need to start with $200, $100, $100 to $200. If you got 10 bands to your name, you still need to start with $200. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you don't know nothing. So it really don't matter how much money you got. You just need to start small. But I mean, if you got $100,000 and all that though, you can start with a little more, just to, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're gonna be in VIP, cause I'm gonna be holding your hand. I'm gonna be letting you know what to do. But if you're just starting alone by yourself, you definitely need to start as small as possible, cause you're gonna lose at the beginning. Starting alone. And a good starting stock, I mean, I get in and out of stocks within seconds or minutes. So it ain't no starting stock over here. Unless you got a big bag and you trying to invest in something, you already know the best stocks to invest in. What you see, being going crazy. Your Apples, your Metas, your Teslas. Same stocks that your government officials invested in. Where the big money plays at. They ain't gonna invest in nothing that ain't worthy. If you're trying to invest for the future. Just buy the stocks that's a part of the S&P 500 or buy the S&P 500. You can definitely be safe there. Overall market went up 10% on average, 9-11% per year, past 40 years. So, you can do that too. Florida. That's love. I love Florida, especially Miami. What other factors besides extreme high short interest lead to a short squeeze? It's high volume, short interest. I mean, just the basic factors for real. And the gaps on the charts. A crazy gap. Been with you for years. Definitely helped my decisions. That's good, Daniel. That's love. Salute from New York City. New York in the building. Waiting on power hour at this point. Ain't it though? Might be good. Thank you. That's exactly where I'm at. LOL Miami. Dang, you in the vacation. You live in a vacation spot. That's love. And I got study hall in the morning. And got the VIP notification while in there. You clutch, brother. Hey, that's love, fam. Let's get it. But you already know though, fam. I'm about to go get this oil change, man. Got an oil change appointment I need to be getting to before they try to cancel me out. Good advice, thanks, appreciate it. Hey, love y'all. Love, and peace, and happiness.